I'm Toby Ryan. I'm 18. I'm from Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
18, okay.
Yeah.
So you're definitely, I think, the youngest person we've had on this show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. So 18. I'm curious of how to approach that when it comes to your overall financial life. Are you in high school?
No, I actually I attended college last semester, and I just dropped out. And then I moved here.
Well, okay. Well, all right.
Yeah,
all right. You went to college.
Yes.
Was it a community college? What college?
UTSA.
University of Texas San Antonio? Yeah. Okay. And where were you living?
I was on campus. So.
Okay. And are you from where you are now?
No, I am from a little bit outside of San Antonio. So.
Okay, so we're from a little bit outside of San Antonio. We moved into San Antonio to go to UT San Antonio, and now we've moved up here after dropping out. Why?
My aunt and uncle live up here.
Okay.
And so I thought it would be a good place. Also, I decided that I want to maybe just try acting, like on the side. Start to pursue that, and San Antonio isn't the best place for that, and Austin is a lot better for that.
So starting a new future in Austin, a new life in Austin. Why'd you drop out of school?
For actually a couple reasons. First of all, I feel like I was just rushing into it. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and I feel like I was just trying to please everybody else. So I was trying to do physics. I was actually in the honors college there. I'd been really smart in high school. I also have a chronic illness, and it started flaring up last semester really bad to the point where I couldn't go to like classes and stuff like that.
Can I ask what it is?
Ulcerative colitis.
Okay.
So yeah, it was just a lot of like cramping and stuff like that to the point I couldn't move or get out of bed. So, I mean, college just wasn't the thing. And also I realized I wasn't really happy with what I was doing. And I mean, I've been acting since I was like 4. So I've been in over 30 productions already.
Oh, wow.
I put that on hold, and I was like, I'm going to go to college because I think that's what my parents want. I feel like everyone's going to think I'm smart, and acting's not going to go anywhere. I didn't feel like I had the skill for it.
So we have an other actor on the show. So that's a lot of people have asked why there's quite a few that show up. When I put out calls all over the area, and I think people that are into acting are probably more inclined to sign up. So that's probably why we see a higher percentage, but that definitely makes sense. Which, speaking of things like that, you should consider subscribing. Look how close we are to 100,000 subscribers. Maybe at the time of posting this video, we're already there. I don't know, but thank you all so much who have subscribed already, and please consider subscribing. So I'm really sorry to hear about that chronic illness. That sucks. I hate when that kind of crap just gets in the way of life, because it just does. Have you sought help? Have you found help?
Yeah, actually, after a recent hospital stay, I got put on steroids, which not good, but it's been helping. And then during that time, so I haven't been really feeling a lot of the effects of it, we're starting a new medication, and hopefully the doctor said that it should put it into remission, so I should be pretty dandy very soon.
And then you mentioned the thing about not knowing what you wanted to do, and you're just pleasing people. I totally vibe with that. There is really no point of going to college and putting all the money into college if there's not going to be a return on the investment, because you don't know what you're going to do. If you just get a degree because it sounds like the smart degree, but you end up hating the field you're in, and then you end up not working in that field very long, then it was just not a productive time and money spent going into college. So I appreciate that. What I would like is we can potentially find avenues of how to properly navigate job markets, careers, potential schooling, stuff like that. What were you studying?
Physics with a minor in astronomy.
What do you enjoy outside of the acting world? Everyone likes that, but outside of that?
I do like the science and stuff like that. That's always.
So what was wrong with physics then?
I think it was the wrong time for me to be in college, but I don't really see, every single time that I look into the future and I see myself doing like a scientific job, I don't like really feel like I'd be happy doing that, or I don't feel like, I know it's probably not true, but I don't feel like I'd have the like ability to do that. It sounds like a very scary job.
Okay, well, we'll definitely loop back to the college career and everything like that, but let's get into the finances. I want to know from So to be clear, you did not send barely anything. So I don't really even know very much. I usually like to do a deep dive, obviously, before an audit. But I don't know much. We're going to be learning a lot on the fly. How would you describe your overall financial situation in life right now?
I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the worst, though. I feel
on.
I feel like I will be able to like pay everything that I have to pay, but I won't be able to, get any of the luxuries or stuff like that right now.
Okay. Do you get luxuries?
Every once in a while, I like to, spoil myself a bit. But
What do you do for work right now?
I am a on-call babysitter. I get paid $20 an hour.
Okay.
And I get about 30 hours of work a week. So I can get up to 800 a week.
And you live with your aunt and uncle?
Yes, I'm paying a $300 rent there.
Oh, paying $300 rent there?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's cheap, but also an average of $2,600 a month. Every little bit hurts that is taken out. Okay. So now you would, let me think. I think you're barely in. I haven't looked at tax brackets in a while. But you're barely. Are you setting anything aside for taxes though? You're not going to be heavily taxed. But
I haven't. I have a savings though. If I have it set up on my bank where if I get a check over $250, I put 30% into my savings account.
Okay, but only how much of the checks are over $250 versus how much are not?
All of them
okay,
are.
Very cool. And they just go into an automatic savings. Is that the Chase savings that we see? Mm-hmm. How long have you been doing the babysitting?
I've moved to Austin literally like January 9th.
Oh, okay. So this is all very new.
Very, very new.
This babysitting, is it for one client or is it for a variety?
It's for a variety. It's kind of like on call, but there's a lot of
Are you doing it through like
an
app?
No, I'm doing it through a company. It's a smaller family-owned company.
Okay. You're able to $20 an hour for the Austin area for, pretty chill job. Pretty middle of the road with what we're seeing in the area. So that's fine. Are you able to get those hours up a little more?
It's kind of hard. They said I'll be getting more jobs offers the more I'm in the company and the more I work and the more jobs I accept. Because you create your own schedule. They send you in a job and you can say like, yes, I want that, or no, I want that. I don't want that. So I am accepting like every job that I get.
Sure.
But it just really depends. They said that I could get up to 40 hours, like a couple months working in. So
okay, good. Then as soon as we can get to that, that's good. So I want to look at your overall finances, but this doesn't make sense. So I see in your checking account again. Makes no sense. There's like there's 2 Apple purchases, and they could be subscriptions, and an Amazon purchase, then Klarna. Oh boy. All right, we'll see what that is. HEB, that's always good, and a deposit of $100. That's not your entire checking account, is it?
Well, I opened this bank account like a month ago.
What were you doing before that?
I had a local bank account.
Where's all your spending from this day to 30 days before?
It was in a different bank account.
Can you pull it up?
I actually can't because it was a local one and the app kind of like kicked me out and it wouldn't let me. So I don't have it. But I didn't have a lot of money before, anyways. I didn't have a job.
What's the balance in your checking account?
I think it's about 20 right now.
Can you pull up your current checking account? $20?
Yeah, I don't have a lot.
I'm glad you don't have real rent or anything. $20.
My first paycheck.
Here, come closer to the mic, please.
Oh, sorry. My first paycheck is.
You haven't had
Friday.
your first paycheck?
I don't have my first one yet.
Dude, okay. We're talking about a lot of stuff that essentially just hasn't even happened. And then $200 in savings. So all the stuff that you were talking about made it sound like they were established, but it's more like that's what's going to be happening.
Yeah, that's what's.
You have less than $20 in your checking account. $16. You have less than $16 in your checking account, yet we're going to Poco Loco for $20.
Yeah, that was gas.
Oh, that's gas? Okay,
yeah.
Fine. Fine. Poco Loco sounds like a restaurant.
Yeah,
it just does.
It's a gas station chain.
I'll tell you what's not a gas station. Smoothie King.
Yeah.
That is not a gas station. Now tell me about this Klarna.
Okay, I have guinea pigs. I have 3 guinea pigs, and they needed new stuff for their cage, like a fleece liner, which is technically like the bedding.
Yeah.
And so I went on Etsy and I got some new ones for them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
You financed them?
I think so. Once I get my new paycheck, I should be able to.
What was the total purchase price?
100.
It's only a $25 payment. How urgent was this purchase? I don't.
Pretty urgent because I don't have.
And you didn't have $100?
No. I mean, I have it in cash. Like I have a lot more. I have like $100 in cash, but.
Then why didn't you put that in what I don't want to get? I do not want to get into that. You're 18. You're so impressionable right now when it comes to your financial future. You know, a lot of things have already been imprinted on you in life, but you're just starting your personal finances independent. That's the word I was looking for. Area of your life when it comes to money. I do not want you to start building the habit of, okay, I needed to get this $100 purchase. Let me do it in 4 payments. Okay, I want to do this $250 purchase. Let me get it in 4 payments. Okay, $1,000 purchase. I'm going to get it in 4 payments. And then it just builds. That is a bad habit that I want to immediately stop. If you cannot purchase something, you don't purchase that thing. You should have put the $100 in. And then you should have purchased it using your debit card. Do we agree? Do we disagree?
Yeah, no, I agree.
What do we think? Okay, good. So, do you have a car?
I do.
Do you have any debt on that car?
I do not.
You own the car?
Yes.
What is the car?
It's a Nissan 2004 Frontier. It was my aunt's.
2004?
Yeah.
How many miles?
I don't know.
100,200?
It's pretty run down though. I'm gonna need a new one soon, but for now it works.
Well, my fear is that not working and you have $200 in your savings. And what do we do in that situation? What do you do in that situation? That happens right now. What do you do?
I'd probably look into like other like public transport until I can,
From there? What's the public transport from that?
I could probably get an Uber from.
Oh, that would just kill your money because that's a pretty far Uber trip. I'm assuming you're talking about coming into town.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be brutal. So, but that's the place that you're left in right now because you don't have any preparation. Again, 18. We do need to put 18 in the back of our heads as we're having this conversation. You are just getting started, but we need to get you into a place where. Why'd you move in with your aunt and uncle versus going back to your parents?
I mean, the place that I lived in, it wasn't very nice to me. I have a lot of bad memories at my old town.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my dad would make me pay rent as well. And so I decided that I'd rather be out here where I can pursue acting a little more, where I'm in a more comfortable place for me.
Sure. Okay. I mean, I vibe with that. What sucks is, and I vibe with, if someone's after 18, maybe charge them rent, but there's contact situations, maybe if you were trying to achieve something, pursue something, give them a break so they can meet those goals and then achieve certain things. Do you have any credit cards?
I do not.
Okay. In this situation where you just did that finance thing, I would avoid them for now. Not 100% sure. Maybe in the future. Did you borrow money for your semester?
Yes. Well, no, I didn't. It was from my grandfather. He had saved up money. So
okay.
The amount that they had saved up, I would have been able to gone there for 2 semesters and pay that off. But then the rest of it, I would have to pay for myself. Another reason why I got out, because I knew I wasn't financially ready to pay off after that.
Yeah. It's still very nice of him, though, obviously. I mean, that's great. It's a 4th of college. Mm-hmm. Did you complete the credits necessary with good grades? Okay. Good grades?
Good grades. Well,
good. Grades that'll stand up and be transferable if ever needed.
Yes, they were all passing.
Good. So we're creating a full picture of your financial situation. Do you have anything else anywhere that we do not know? We have that one small checking account with like $0. We have your savings account with like $200. anything anywhere else? And the Klarna. Anything anywhere else? Do we have any random debt that we're not even thinking about that we accidentally signed up for? No more checking accounts. No more money anywhere. You said you have $100 on you? Mm-hmm. Okay. So to your name is $314. Scary.
Yeah.
You have a paycheck. That's your rent. It's your family. So I think for your conversation, what we're going to talk about goals and how to get there and things that you need to start doing now to be in a much better place than anyone has ever had on this show, which will be awesome. So to set everything in perspective, let's talk about potential retirement, which is far away from you. It is like 42 years away. Do you want to be able to retire?
Of course.
Yeah? You want to be able to just do anything you want. You know, you could still work, you could volunteer, you could travel, you could go crazy, you know, like 59 and a half. Start withdrawing some things.
Yeah.
That's something you want to do. Mm-hmm. You are in the absolute best years of your life, best decade. Not even in the best decade of your life yet. You're like in the pre-best decade. Like you're already in the best, which is why I'm so excited to talk to you at 18, because we just haven't had 18. You're just the best time to take advantage of compound growth in the overall marketplace by the time you retire. Do you know compound growth?
No.
Okay. So you invest $1 now, and it gains, let's say, 10% a year on average, like the S&P 500, which over the course of existence, if you average it out through the ups and downs, it gains 10% a year on average, just over. So you invest $1, it gains 10% a year, you have $1.10. Does that make sense? But now the next 10% is gained from that $1.10 instead of just $1. So it continues to grow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You following? Right now, if you put $1, just $1 into the S&P 500, by the time you could withdraw into from a Roth IRA or 401k, that singular dollar would be worth $54.76. $1. That's just $1. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You could pursue acting and all this stuff, which I'm totally good with doing on a side hustle, but you could just full-time pursue that, not make much money, maybe just sustain yourself, but not be able to invest anything. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm 28 now. It's been a decade. I need to start taking care of things. It's time to invest. That $1 that turned into $54.76 right now, if you start that $1 a decade from now, it'll only be worth $21.11 by the time you go to retire.
Wow.
Big decrease. And then if you draw it out even more, which we've seen people on this show, even older than 38, which is the next example. But if you just draw it out to 38 and you haven't saved up, you put $1 in, the dollar only becomes worth about $8.14 by the time you retire. So we've gone down from $54.76 to $8.14. Do you get why it's important to start doing this now?
Yes.
If you max out your Roth IRA, which is $6,500 a year right now, and let's pretend that it stays at $6,500 a year forever, it adjusts with inflation, but let's just say it does that. You max it out every year. By the time you are 59 and a half, or 60, by the time you are 60, that retirement account would be worth $3.5 million. $3.5 million by investing $6,500 a year at the average rate of return that the S&P 500 has. If you wait till 28 because you mess around for the next decade and you pursue a bunch of things, which is okay as a side hustle, but you know, if you're doing it full time, just sustaining yourself, not investing in anything, and you start maxing it out only a decade from now, it drops from 3.5 million to 1.3 million by the time you retire. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then if you wait an extra decade, you max it out, it'll only be worth $464,000. That is the value of time. That is the value of compound growth. Some people say wealth is your best, or your income is your best wealth building tool. Though it is a tool, and it's a tool that's required, the real best tool is time. And you have time to start now. So what I would do, not official financial advice, only what I would do were I in your shoes. I'm not going to tell you what to invest in. We don't play that game. What I would do is sit down with a financial advisor or talk with someone on like Fidelity or something. That's an investment platform. They can help put you in things. You can get into things like the S&P 500. You could get into a index target retirement fund, which is more aggressive at first. And then as it gets closer to, as each decade passes by closer to retirement, it gets more and more conservative until you are in a place of retirement. What I would do were I in your shoes, I would work my butt off right now at whatever full-time job that we're going to talk about that gets you good money where you can sustain yourself, live on your own, and invest by maxing out your Roth IRA every year and being able to pursue the side hustle of acting. That is what I would do. I want to make sure this is maxed out every year starting this year. You can actually, you won't have time to save up $6,000 in the next couple months, but you can max out last year still. But let's just start next year. $6,500. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, that seems doable. That seems like a really good plan.
Thoughts, comments, concerns? Because right now, that takes you from about $30,000 to, just over $20,000. Can't live off of that, doing what you're doing now.
I could possibly get another job since this job isn't it's not like set hours and stuff.
What do you like doing for work besides acting? Acting's great. We're going to pursue it as a side hustle. Fantastic. Okay. But for real work, for monies, what?
Genuinely working with kids. That's
okay.
Really something I'm good at. I enjoy doing. I'm okay with retail. That is fine by me. I prefer not to, but if it's need be, I can, do it.
Yeah.
I do like working with people mostly, so.
I've seen signs just around Austin for entry-level food service positions for $25 an hour.
25?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Most commonly 15 to 20, but I've seen desperate places, probably because it kind of sucks and you're not going to be overly happy, but that's okay for a temporary sacrifice to just get things started and building up a resume. They are desperate. Tech companies are cutting back right now. Construction companies are cutting back right now. Food service, retail service from the holidays, they've cut back a little bit, but food service, they are still desperate, mostly because everyone knows how much those jobs are not very fun. I did food service for like 5 years, maybe a little more. Not the best. So they are desperate to hire. That is a way you could just make more money starting now. You talked about liking working with kids, though. Have you ever thought about being in the education field? I mean, you seem incredibly nice. I barely know you, but I mean, I could see you being gentle with children.
Actually, yeah. I do want to try pursuing acting, but I thought about later, whenever I get a little more settled down, a little more with my health and stuff like that, just down pat. I was
about to tell you to f*** off for a second, but the health thing is fair, but I hate the... just later when I settle down. No, if we want things to happen, we just do it now. But with the health thing, I understand. Continue, sorry.
That I would go back to college and get education and actually do something in the arts in school because that's like
much more competitive.
Arts. Yeah.
Schools will hire multiple English teachers, multiple math teachers, multiple blah, 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 blah. They'll hire like one art teacher.
And that's the thing, like my old school, my high school, there's no arts. There was an arts for like up to 3rd grade, but there was no arts. No arts was funded, no theater class, no any sort of art class. And
well, that kind of sucks. So for context, I'm a big proponent of like sports and arts and music and theater, all those good things in school because I couldn't have given a single shit about school. If it wasn't for those things that actually kept me engaged and showing up and forcing me to have a minimum of a C in order to participate in those things, who knows? I could have been one of the people that dropped out of high school. Who knows? But those things help, sustain the interests of pubescent adolescents who are absolute nuclear bombs in their head at that time. So I'm big proponents of that. That being said, I also have a responsibility on this side of the table to talk about reality. The reality is it is very hard in that field to get hired and make a really good income. There's good benefits that can come working in the public school system, but if you can get in, If that, your school, as you just said, they didn't even have an art program. Mm-hmm. My school did. I think it was like 1, maybe 2 art teachers, like 3 music teachers across the middle school, high school. But still, I mean, it's very difficult.
Yeah. But I mean, even if I can't, get into as an art teacher or something like that, I would also probably settle for math or science, because
science. I mean, you're all about that science life,
mm-hmm.
right? Okay.
So a backup plan if I can't find any arts.
Well, hold on, because it depends. What grade levels are you thinking?
Younger, not high school. So yeah.
So you could do that with because I know there's different degrees for each, mm-hmm. right? Because you want to be more specialized if you're going to be in the high school, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So that's okay. So that's fine. Any reason you have not pursued that?
Well, just right now, I want to take that break away from college. And also, I want to see how the acting thing takes off.
We can do that only as a side hustle for now, though.
Yeah.
That becomes a full-time thing once it is full-time sustainable, mm-hmm. which I hope it does. I hope that for everyone. Unfortunately, you're like the 4th actor on here. Statistically, none of the 4 of you are going to make it, statistically speaking. I sound like such a saying that. I'm sorry.
No, it's
like 0.1%. It's a stupid statistic. That sucks. But that's why I want to talk about just what we can do to make sure you are sustained in life. Why not pursue general education, community college prerequisites at Austin Community College? Cash flow in that bad boy, because you can. It's not terribly expensive. Austin Community College. And then pursue acting on the side as much as you can. I mean, you'll be working constantly. It'll be a grind doing the community college for 2 years, getting all those credits and working so you can cash flow that and hopefully invest a little and pursuing your side hustle. But it depends how much the dream is worth. Mm-hmm. And if it's worth it, then do it.
I mean, yeah, I do plan on going back to college at some point. I wanted to take a whole year off.
Whole year?
Yeah, and then go back to college. So just taking that break, because
when did the whole year start?
The end of last semester. So I would probably maybe a little less than a year and go back at the beginning of a school year. Yeah,
take a break. In the meantime now, work 80 hours a week. Save up as much money as possible. If you think you're going back to school, save up as much money as possible to be able to cash flow school. Trust me, borrowing, not fun.
Yeah, I want to try to avoid that as much as possible.
I want you to get out of college and all of your income goes to just building wealth, not paying off what you've already done. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So potential education, that could be potentially what we're going into. It was education. That's cool. We're pursuing side hustles. You understand the value of time and compound growth when it comes to investing. We can try to do that as much as possible. It's going to be hard to balance all these priorities, so you're just going to have to figure out for yourself what's most important. Give us any kind of indication what's most important. What do you think from this conversation your next steps would be?
I feel like trying to find more of an income, a more stable income too. And I mean, probably a priority right now would be finding, because I can't invest much into acting right now, just building up that wealth, building up more, money, so that way I can pursue more acting and also saving up for college in the future. So really, I guess my top priority right now would be my job, not acting, but the jobs that I'm getting to make an income. And of course, my health.
Of course.
That's probably the top priority.
For sure. For Toby, just getting started, there's not too much wrong because, again, just getting started, 18 years old. I think we've set out a path of what to do. We definitely need to make sure there's more money in the checking account and no investing is started. Again, 18 years old. There's a lot of things that need to start now in order to increase the score and everything like that. But for now, Toby, hammer financial score because there's not a lot bad. 6 out of 10. We just want to get that 7, 8, 9, 10 by investing, getting better jobs, having fully funded emergency funds, having one in the checking account, and hopefully getting into real estate at some point. Make sure to check out all the fun things in the description, including my Twitter and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.